I've just spent a little time playing to work out how to do a gusseted pocket so that there's space to put a decent amount in there, like a paper bag. We're going to do a little bit of ephemera making. Now, I am using a kit for this, and I think this kit, because I bought it a while ago, came from Bohemian Crafting on Etsy. I'm actually now a Patreon member of Bohemian Crafting, but this was before I became a Patreon member. And as you know, we've got to put clues into the Sherlock Holmes journal. Therefore, we're going to make them up to be, this one could hold a clue, for example. It's very thin copy paper, but we might do a little something on the front as well. I have got here, I have also got my scraps still, some pictures of Conan Doyle, and then over here I've got some bits and pieces. This one's from Nick the Booksmith, and I thought we could just do a very simple, we've got some crime wording or something, and I have stained a lot of these things with the antique photo. Figure 3, that might work. Maybe a bit of something here behind that. I'm going to trim that down to be a bottle shape, I think. Maybe stamp on here as well. I've got some of these very modern looking stamps from AliExpress that I haven't even opened yet. I got them about a month ago, maybe more. And I thought these would be good for more masculine looking journals. To get a slightly better result on the stamping, I just want to put a bit of a soft surface under that. Got a magazine here. Let's just pop some arrows on here. Yeah, bit of a wonk there, but we can do maybe another stamp, and that will detract from the lack of straightness to that. Now I was going to do it this side, but maybe the better thing will be to do it this side then. So we have stamp, ticket, bottle, and then number. I think that will work. And I think to finish this one off, rather than use the vintage photo, I'm going to go slightly darker with the espresso. You can push some lines and scrub over your lines with a bit of tint, and you can see that will give you some more worn effect and quite random. Look at that, very grungy. Then we're just going to stick some things down, and that is our first clue envelope in this session done. It's kind of cute, isn't it? Love that. Right, that needs a place to live on the journal page. It's going to need something that will fit into. Showing that at the moment. What happens if we do the other side? Yeah, that's slightly better, I think. When measuring this, all we want to check is that the final result will be wide enough to easily get this in. Taking that, fold that one that way, and fold this one to meet this one and go overlap it slightly. And then we need to trim off these white edges and bring this down, and we could make 2 little pockets from this. I've just spent a little time playing to work out how to do a gusseted pocket so that there's space to put a decent amount in there, like a paper bag. And I'm going to show you how that's been done. When it's been cut, what we're then doing is along that initial first score line is scoring either side just on those little tiny lines if you've got a score board that has small gaps, and then a bigger gap, up to you. I mean, that's about 1/2 centimetre. And then you're doing the same on this score line here as well. So you're doing 2 little tiny scores either side, and then a bigger one. I want to also have a fold up on the bottom, so simply going to take I don't know, about, I'm going to come in a couple and go all the way down. That's the main fold, but then we want to gusset all of this in. So like make a little pleat with the paper. It's a bit fiddly. Any lack of neatness on this side does not matter. And then on this one again, this will fold in. Obviously we've got the white edge, so we're going to make that the inside one. And again make a little, take where those creases are and do a little gusseted fold again. And bring that in. So now you've pleated both sides. I hope you can see that. Gluing it down. We're going to be gluing along the bottom edge and up the side. Pulling one in and then pulling the other one in. Your little pocket that you can then put ephemera in, like a bigger piece of ephemera. Then all I did, you don't have to do this bit of course, is go about halfway. When you have a plain front like this, you could again do a bit of collage if you want to, or a word or a label or something like that, which I think we might do. Not on this one. This one has a little bit of print on there. I don't think therefore it's necessary. Maybe a word, because we've got things like sleuth. I do have somewhere these little red labels, and I'm wondering if you cut them well enough whether you can stick one on the other, and then that one can simply go on here. There we go. Let's move on to piece of ephemera number 2. The next little one we've got is this pocket here, which also includes adding a photograph of some sort. And from my Victorian Reader's Digest book, I had cut this out and it fits that gap. The first thing I'm going to do is put the photograph in. Where it seals down as a pocket, and therefore you could put a clue inside, this bit sits up and it's plain white. To decorate this top part and to maybe add a little extra at the bottom here, but not much, you've got this, which is from those Sherlock Holmes papers, and colourway it does fit. I will put this one on. You look at that, it's quite cool. I really don't think there's a huge amount. Ink around the edges to grunge them up a bit, and then just pull in some of this and see what we've got. Figure number there. We could trim that up, edge it and put it over that one, or put it over there, and then maybe have a word here. This time I will edge this with the black, and the way I'm going to do it this time is run it along like that. That's given us a very thin black outline, a bit of smudging, but we want it to look old, so that's fine. We do still have these little red markers, and I feel if we can get a word that will go inside, and then I want it to go slightly over that photo, I think. Then you could be looking for a criminal there. Because this is lighter, this time I'm going to grunge in. It will have, this has got espresso on it, but I'm going to top it up with the vintage, so it'll be a bit of a mix of the two. Clue pocket done, and now we have this one, which is like a file folder. So this could actually be sewn straight into the journal, so you don't even need to do any gluing. And I think all you would really maybe want to do with this is add the clue to the inside. Potentially, if this is going to be seen, decorate this back. Clues are quite short, so I could put the clue on this side and we could do something on this side. And that could just be a question of using up some spare paper if we've got some. Got this one. that did not go through my printer properly. So that gives that a bit of interest, and then we just need to type and glue the clue in. Quite like that. Okay, so what are we going to do on the back? I have another photo which actually really neatly fits, doesn't it? I like that. Just stamp a word over that one. Not very straight, of course. Probably more my cutting than lining anything up. Forgot to get a soft surface under that, so hopefully it'll still stamp okay. Yeah, we got a 12, we got a bit of smudging, that's awesome. I was going to throw that across there. If it doesn't quite fit, I can trim some edges off, that's all right. I was looking at this completed, almost completed, and thought I'm not overly keen on this because on every page generally we add a little something, maybe not much but a little something, and we've got this word just observation, and I thought maybe we could put this somewhere on the page so that you know there's a clue in here. You could even do it as the file name. I might still add something to this, I'm not sure yet. Oh, got observation, and then we've got these nifty little binoculars. Oh yeah, I'm going to cut around those and put those on there. As you can see, guys, I couldn't resist putting a bit extra on. I do think it makes a difference. The last pocket that I'm going to use from this set is another photograph style pocket. I'm going to do some very, very simple decoration. I have this from the Reader's Digest Victorian Age book, which are some prisoners. So I will put them into here. So they will be the photograph, and then I've already pre-made the little red frame with the suspect. I do like to add a little extra. I don't know why. I was going to put that there. I will stain this and just double check through all of them with you to make sure there's nothing else needs adding. Let's quickly run through everything that's been made. We've just made this one, and I think if we're lucky, it will fit into one of the pockets that we made earlier, and it does. So we have that one, Suspect and Sleuth. That's quite cute actually. Got this one, and then we have this, and this will have a clue that one in there. That's lots of lovely stuff to add to the Sherlock Holmes journal. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm and brings new people to the channel. If you're not already, please consider subscribing, and I will see you next time.